Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whatever time it is. It's Neo the Man once again from NT Mix. Today I'm going to be showing you how to mix a vocal really quickly. I'm just going to do this for a rapping vocal. You'll hear how it is right now. Please let me know how you found the video in the comments. Let me know your feedback for the past couple of tutorials and also this one. Very keen to know. And also let me know if you're keen for more of the journey. Anyway, before I get lost into just talking to y'all, let me jump right into it. So you'll see here, okay, these two are my own recording buses. Let's forget about those. But here's a song that I have right now. I have these vocals. These are chopped. Um, so yeah, let me just play the song quick. Before mixing your vocals, you need to make sure that all of your vocals are on the same track. Especially if it's cut like this, you need to make sure that they all on the same one. Like as you can see.
Joe. This pain was a lesson, life was a recession. I felt like I lost it all, but I'm on a mission and I share my vision. Now they all know that I score. They say I'm ambitious, but I got precision. I just said I wanted all this life. He's like chess, and I'm the black queen, and I took it out for sure.
Anyway, shout out to Nika for that verse right there. Really good stuff. Very enjoyable. Anyway, so first things first, you want to go to your mixer. As you know, we put our vocals onto insert one. You can see the signal coming in from there. So, oh snap, I think this is also on insert one. So since that's on insert one, we want to first control this vocals frequency ranges. So you can either start with EQing or compression. Compression is the act of increasing the bottom, the lower volume of a vocal and decreasing the higher volume of the vocal, such that it's a bit more balanced in the dynamics. So first things first though, actually let's do it a different way. Let's start with limiting today. So I'm gonna come through Fruity Limiter. Just make sure that the VSTs and plugins are active over here. I'm gonna choose Fruity Limiter. We're gonna listen here and see what this looks like in our limiter for now. As you can see, this vocal is peaking at around -5, -6 dB. So you can see that it has various peaks, and also it has portions where the volume is, or rather the vocal is consistent. So what we want to do is essentially we want to catch the peaks. We don't want to compress the entire vocal and essentially reduce the entire dynamic of the vocal. We want to still keep those inclinations and declinations of the voice present and intact in our vocal. So what we're first going to do is mess with the threshold here to essentially catch where our peaks are. So you can see here,
this pain was a lesson, life was a recession.
Nothing has happened as of yet, but I have caught some of these peaks in this with this threshold. So what I want to do after this, which will essentially determine how much dB is reduced from those peaks, we will be using this ratio knob over here. But first things first, what I like to do is I just scroll here and see, okay, what's happening. We came from what, -6 dB. This one actually, yeah, about -6 dB to like -8. So that's about ±3 dB that we've seen there of the peak above the threshold that we have put in there. So I've put in a ratio of 3 dB just to see what happens.
This pain was a lesson, life was a recession. I felt like I lost it all, but I'm on a mission and I share my vision. Now they all know that I score. They say I'm ambitious, but I got precision. I just said I want.
So you can see we're catching those peaks now, and it's reducing that those decibels by that much, by 3 dB, about 3 dB. You can see here as with the pointer. So after this, we're going to focus on the attack and release. We can go into an in-depth tutorial on what the attack and release does, but we are just going to adjust this attack. If the attack is faster, so that means the number there in the top left that's going up and down, if that is faster and that number is lower, that means that this vocal is going to be caught by this compressor as soon as it comes out. This thickens up the vocal, but then if you reduce the speed of the attack, it makes the vocal sound a bit more natural, because those peaks are still coming through, but they're being caught at a little bit of a later stage. Though, mind you, these are millisecond differences, so you're just gonna need to use your ear and figure out what works best for the song.
This pain was a lesson, life was a recession. I felt like I lost it all, but
what I tend to do, if I start increasing the attack, I tend to reduce the threshold a little bit more so that it catches a bit more of the peak as it's coming up. Let me go to a loud part of this verse so that you can actually see see it visually as I'm going through this.
I just said I wanted all this life. He's like chess.
So you can see that attack has changed the sound a little bit already. Then we're going to move on to the release. With the release, you're just going to bring it down to essentially this is going to determine how long that compressor is active for. So the longer the release, the longer the compressor will be active. So
I just said I wanted all this life. He's like chess and I'm the black queen.
Let me show you an extreme example right now. Let me copy this value. I'm going to mess around with the release. Let me put this threshold all the way down.
I just said
you can hear already is reduced so much, and because of this long release, you can see that tail over there each time. This release does not stop, but if we put this release super short,
I just said
you see
I wanted
it
all
cuts
this life. He's like
immediately
chess
at the
and I'm
end
the
of that
black queen.
vocal. But we don't want that, because if our release is too short, then we start to distort the vocal, and we do not want that. We don't want distortion. So
I just said I wanted.
you can see it's already a lot smoother compared to where it was distorting compared to here.
I just said I wanted all this life. He's like chess and I'm the black queen, and I took you out for sure. I'm crazy, they say that I lost it. Nika, you bogus, you got it.
So that's how I would set my compressor. Additionally, after setting the attack and release, I'm gonna put up the gain.
I just said I wanted all this life. He's like chess and I'm the black queen.
I'm gonna put up the gain by the same amount that I have reduced this or made this ratio. So the ratio is at minus 3 dB. The gain, I'm gonna add 3 dB for the minus 3 dB that I took out.
I just said I wanted all this life. He's like chess and I'm the black queen, and I took you out for sure. I'm crazy, they say that I lost it. Nika, you bogus, you got it. Need money, I wanna go shopping.
You can already hear that vocal sound so much thicker. It's really nice and very present, which is what we want. It's exactly what we want. What I'm going to do now in the second part of mixing this, I don't want to take too much of your guys' time, so I'm going to cut this short. We're going to put on an EQ after putting on a limiter. We can either come here and replace the preset with the vocal presence preset, but it's much better to do it yourself. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to just cut off the low end. I tend to do this.
I just said I wanted all this life. He's like chess and I'm the black queen.
It doesn't need to be as hard as I have made it, but just so that you guys can hear the differences, I'm going to make it quite a hard difference.
I just said I wanted all this life.
So you can hear the cutting of that low end as we increase the hertz, the frequency of this knob right here.
I just said I wanted all this life. He's like chess and I'm the black queen, and I took you out for sure. I'm crazy, they say that I lost it. Nika, you bogus, you got it.
So I'm gonna cut off that much from the low end, just so that I also don't chow into the integrity of the vocal and then make it lose all of its low end and its depth, because that's really where the character of this rapper sits, and I want to bring that out, you know. So to bring that out and make it smooth, there are many other steps, but I'm just gonna show you for now what we can do to just tame this vocal before we get to those other steps, which I will show you in another video. But for now, we're going to tackle the muddiness of the vocal. You want to listen to this in relation to the song, so I usually keep the beats on in the back. But you can listen to it in isolation. But then if you listen to it in isolation, you kind of miss. You could be mixing for the wrong thing. You should be mixing in context. You feel me? So to tackle these muddy frequencies in the EQ, we're going
Vision.
to
I just said I want.
we're going to reduce the range of which this knob will be able to enact on, and we're going to just scour. We're just going to pan through this frequency range and see what's harsh and what's not.
Vision. I just said I wanted all this life. He's like chess, and I'm the black queen, and I took it out for sure. I'm crazy. They say that I lost it. Nika, you
You can hear that right there. That's very muddy. 188. So what we're going to do, we're going to remove 188. Not very harshly, not too much of it, just 2 to 3 dB, and also just smooth it out a little so that it captures the different frequencies as the vocal changes. So usually there are two spots in which this happens, one in the lower range and one as we're getting towards the mid range of our frequency range. So we're gonna scour again with the next knob.
Vision. I just said I wanted all this life. He's like chess, and I'm the black queen, and I took it out for sure. I'm crazy. They say that I lost it. Nika, you bogus, you got it. Need money, I wanna go shopping. Yeah, I'm the cake and the frosting. I'm at the crew and we mobbing. When we in the studio, we rocking. Switching up lanes and you opping. Cause I'm from the west, I got a shooter.
You can hear right there, it's actually a little bit harsh. It makes things muddy. But we've tackled these two parts here. We do the same as we did with the previous knob.
Vision.
And
I just said I wanted all this life. He's like chess, and
you can hear that difference in that vocal. This is with it on.
vision. I
mean,
just said I
off.
wanted all this life. He's like chess, and I'm the black queen.
You can already hear that vocal is already starting to sound a lot cleaner, crispy. It's not as muddy as it was before. So what we want to do at this point, if we want, we can add some air to the vocal. You know, this will give us that crisp, and it will make it really nice and light.
Vision. I just said I wanted all this life. He's like chess, and I'm the black queen, and I took it out for sure.
Yeah, just by boosting that high end a little bit. You don't want to do too much, because
Vision.
if you do too
I
much,
just said I wanted.
not only will you exacerbate the sound of static in the vocal, but you'll also you'll completely destroy the integrity of that vocal. You don't want to do that. So just a little bit of air to the end of the vocal, and this is what we have thus far.
I wanted all this life. He's like chess, and I'm the black queen, and I took it out for sure.
Off.
I'm crazy. They say that I lost it. Nika, you bogus, you got it. Need money, I wanna go shopping. Yeah, I'm the cake and the frosting.
So what you'll see is that we have
Vision.
this vocal going up in volume here now. It's actually peaking above 0 dB, which we do not want. But that's because we added some volume with this frequency boost over here at the high end. You must remember, before mixing vocals and everything, you need to have the right levels. For a song like this, you don't want the vocal to be too loud or too soft. So I'm gonna bring this vocal down.
Vision. I just said I wanted all this life. He's like chess, and I'm the black queen, and I took it out for sure. I'm crazy. They say that I lost it. Nika, you bogus, you got it. Need money, I wanna go shop.
Sounds so nice and crisp and clean compared to
Vision. I just said I wanted all this life. He's like chess, and I'm the black queen.
her voice. Even sounds like it's getting drowned there. But anyway, that's part one on how to mix a vocal. This is just a quick rundown on how to use a limiter, how to use an EQ, what you're looking for, what results in your knob tweaks, and honestly, what ultimately results in a good mix for a vocal. So for now, I'm going to leave it at that, and I hope that you got to learn something, number one, and also I hope that you were enjoying the sound that I was making there. Shout out to Nika. The beat was made by me as well. She said she wanted something like Summer Walkery, and then yeah, I just played the guitar, and made things right. You feel me? So yeah, holler at me for your beat making needs as well. We can organize a little something with so sports with some support. But anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let all your friends and your people know that there is a mixer out there who wants them to become the best mixer they can be. You know. See you next time, and I'm very keen to continue this journey with you guys on becoming the top mixers. Peace.